11 Bells for Paris, a series of 11 poems for Paris in the wake of its recent attacks. Epigram. In the 11th hour, the weak dissent with bullets. The wise use words instead for power. 11 Bells for Paris, number 1. A bell for Paris. There is a bell that tolls for you, not set in rock, my dear, not in a steeple or a tower, but in my simple tears. Each one that falls, it strikes for you, Paris, dear Paris of my heart. You have given more than could be asked of you, of anyone, my dear. Au dixième, au onze, au troisième, au République, au leaf-swept Canal Saint-Martin, au Gare du Nord et Gare de l'Est, au Magenta to Barbès, au Richard Lenoir, the smell of fish, a merchant's cry above, au Bastille, au Aliguerre, au Long Boulevard Voltaire. Tears, heavy tears, fall into my heart, and there those bells will always ring. O Paris, gift of everything, why could this not be more than tears? 11 Bells for Paris, number 2. Light on the window. A foul, shouting wind, cold and wet, threatening has come, a wind fearsome, strong, declaring loud, has set down, but sun will follow too. A wind raging through the trees has come, a wind shaking, clacking, snapping, breaking all those defenseless leaves has come to blow and blow its rhetoric. A wind, a defiling wind has come, yet trees we can chop down and even plant again. Oh, empty, vapid air, hollow howling breeze, should we fall to our knees for a force that only rattles trees? Are we not more than these, more than shaking, quivering leaves? Do we not see there beyond, the light upon the window there, that brightness following, that stills to gold those leaves? 11 Bells for Paris, number 3. Kalishnikov, the 130. Kalishnikov, 8 pounds, a little bit more. Is this the weight? This and a handful of brass? Is this what it comes to? This and one finger, 130 lives, 130 lives en masse? Is this what they mean? 8 pounds, a little bit more. One gun and one finger, a handful of brass. Is this all they're worth? 130 lives at last? 80 rounds a minute, 8 pounds. Is this the weight of time itself? Of 98 seconds at least? Is this what it comes to? 8 pounds, a little bit more? Is this the weight of that life carried beneath the skin? Is this the weight of it, sublimed through flesh? The weight of it 130 times? And the word terror, can it weigh just the same without error, the same as 98 seconds, the same as those 130 lives, that stuff beneath the skin? Kalishnikov, is this the weight of life itself? 8 pounds, a little bit more. 11 Bells for Paris, number 4. God's smile. God, you say, is near to you. You say you have his eyes and ears, his word, you say as well. You are his hands and feet, you say, his wrath. His will is yours, you do declare. You are his message, and his messenger. You say you know for sure. But for the rest, beyond you, the rest of his creation, the way you cruelly treat, judge, and abuse it, do you think for this, you who are so near his lips, his word, that you have God's smile too? For a moment even that, do you think it, that you have God's smile too? "11 Bells for Paris," number 5. Cowards wear masks. Cowards wear masks. Do you see what I mean? Like the one with a gun. Do you see what I mean? Faceless they move, or perhaps with another, greater, more fearless than their own. Faceless, they face what they cannot otherwise bear. With no face, they face what they cannot. Do you see? Do you see what I mean? Shame wears a mask. Fear wears a mask. Foolishness and children wear them too. Cowards wear them, masks, these false faces, so they do not see themselves in what they are doing. Do you see what I mean? Do you? 11 Bells for Paris, number 6. Despised. Red. Red so despised. What could red have done? Red there, on walls that once were white, were anything but red, hated, reviled, loathed there. What could red have done? Red, hated where it's found on the pavement there, that stain that so persists. Red, hated, running out of them bodies, faces, instead of safe, unseen within. Red, why should it be bloodshed? What could it, red, have done? The dying wear it, this badge of it, great patches surround them, everyone, but tell me this much of it. What could red have done? Red, it has no knife or gun, none of that itself. It bears no definite hatred of its own, no, none at all, none of that. Why then, red bloodied so, what really has red done? We wipe it up with horror and disgust, a color we once loved. But tell me now, what has it done without a human hand, a very human hand and mind? Yes, tell me now on its own, what has red really done? 11 Bells for Paris, number 7. Holding a gun. Holding a gun, you say you are pursued, that you are the subject of cruelty and hate, of intolerance, mistrust. You say it's the others, those not exactly like you. You say it's them, every one of them, but yet it's you who holds the gun. Those that never saw your face or heard your name, who never knew your complaints, it's those you feel must surely die for their difference to you. For though they do not know you, you say they point it straight at you, their difference, while you face them, everyone. Face them with your gun. The difficulty, could it be? What occupies your thinking, what fills your hands? That trigger cold, that gun that you are always holding. "11 Bells for Paris," number 8. Explosion. Too great the force within, the force still building. The walls around were strong, but just not strong enough for rage. Gunpowder, TNT, nitroglycerin, C4. The walls around were not strong enough, not for emotion, suddenly engaged. He had the tools to explode, the damage-making ones. Yet it was emotion that broke the cartridge of his mind, broke and blew and scattered him until the damage, all that overcame him, finally had been done. Violence, the bomb he carried undetected on trains, into airports, along and through the subway veins, threatened, always threatened, burned, always burned, until the pressure overwhelmed him. What? What can be done? What? Don't put the powder in the man. What? What to disassemble it? What to take down the bomb? What? What action? Hand to hand? A bullet tied to lightless night? A hand grenade? What? No need for that, or for such explosions. Simply save the man. 11 bells for Paris, number 9. Belief is not reason. You say you have your reasons, but do you even know what logic is? From premises, that is, to conclusion, do you even know what a syllogism is? You say you have your reasons, but instead, show me you have reason. Show me that instead. Belief is fine, good. Hope, wonderful indeed. But neither are truth enough to carry reason. Strained by their nets, it just slips and drips right through. You say you have your reasons, but why yours above all others first? That alone seems unreasonable. It lacks reason, don't you think? 11 bells for Paris, number 10. The sky above is clear. The sun is going down. Blue upon the mountains stretch. Red over and through the roofs and church towers. Clear up high. The sky above overreaching all. The sky above is clear. A banner, a belief. A sky as if crying out, liberty, may all men be born free. The sky above, overarching all, that portion not yet touched calls out, may all men be born and live free before the night falls into dark. 11 bells for Paris, number 11. Wind chimes. Like the ring upon my finger, or the ones on a woman's wrist and on her ears, the sound slips round my mind. It seats itself there comfortably, exquisitely. It seats and sparkles there. Unexpected there, on a sudden gentle breeze, with the smell of roasting chicken, of baking pastries, with a hint of gardenias from somewhere unseen. Unanticipated, how could one ever guess? The sound of wind chimes and their perfect, unplotted melodies, reminding and reminding. This is how it is, how the world lifts up its head and speaks. A scent, a smell, a trace, a sound rhyming somewhere in the heart, and unforeseen, a startling dart of color, a thought not planned for, not in any way conceived. And there I am. I am married to it, engaged at very least, a ring around my mind, comfortable, enduring, a love at first sight. Let chimes, these chimes, never, never be interrupted by a bullet in the night. 11 bells for Paris, wishing you bon courage.